Hello, it's Stephen and Phil here, back on FOOTY.COM with our fifth kit review of the week or something like that. And this one's a very interesting one that I reckon some people go, why does everyone like this? And some people go, this one's absolutely amazing. It's Crystal Palace's 2019-20 away kit. They've had a pretty good, I think they've had the home kit out so far, and that was really nice as well.
Yep. Yeah,
probably not quite as nice as we rated it initially, but it's definitely a decent shirt. And this is the away kit. We're going to review that today. But don't forget, if you are a fan of football, culture and all that kind of stuff, hit that subscribe button. But Phil, what do you make of this one? Are you quite as excited as everyone else is?
Yeah, this is a really interesting kit.
It's
for
very
multiple reasons. I think one of the things out of the gate, if you like,
I've just noticed that texture that goes through it. I've never noticed it. You know, the little jagged lines.
And that pattern, believe it or not, is actually taken from a template. But the fascinating thing about it is
you would never believe that.
You wouldn't believe it because of the way it's been used with the sort of underneath layer of the red and blue stripe makes it look quite unique, and it is really interesting.
This kit is I'm not saying it's the best of Puma, but it's the peak Puma in terms of this is just such a Puma kit.
Yeah,
there's no way I can describe it.
I think that's the thing about that pattern. When on the, I can't think what the template's called, but a few teams have had what is essentially that jagged pattern, just on a different kind of just a solid colour, and when you see that pattern, it looks a bit like it's kind of Puma trying to be a bit fun. But this, as you say, I think is actually the kind of the best of that pattern because it's really bold, but you've got the kind of, I guess, relatively traditional pattern underneath, and I really like the way it's been done. It looks really good.
I've seen a lot. I've never know. I've seen it plenty about it, but never noticed the pattern up close now. And I like it a lot. It's quite fun.
Good. And I think the other thing, and it is a very Puma kit. You've got the asymmetric details, which is a feature of
on City's away kit.
City's away kit, exactly, and a few other kits, but I think it makes a lot of sense here.
This is more refined than City's away kit. As someone who City fan and likes the City away kit,
absolutely. And I think obviously the sponsor, despite how bad it is, you don't really hate it as much.
This is one of those kits that look. I saw the thread recently on Twitter about kits with and without sponsors, and what I learned about that is that we're so used to sponsors. Sometimes when you take them off, it just kind of ruins the shirt a little bit. Genuinely,
absolutely right.
And I think it's what we the conclusion that I came to personally was some kits. They've got enough going on that you simply just don't need a sponsor. And this one, for example, you can't really see the pattern on it, so I reckon without a sponsor it might be a bit weird.
Yeah, it's a notable logo as well on YouTube.
That one is, I think it's because it's so bright you kind of get away with it.
Yeah.
Look at the Palace one, it's got so much going on down the middle. It's almost like it just doesn't need a sponsor, whereas some kits would look a bit weird. City's, for example, home kit, blue and plain, it just looked like it's missing something.
True.
But this is one of the ones where you can tell it just kind of interjects it. But the point is though, even though it gets in the way, it's still such a strong pattern that you almost don't notice the sponsor, do you?
Yeah, and it's been done well. The fact it's in white to kind of match the Puma logo, it doesn't offend me.
I just noticed the sleeve sponsor.
Oh yeah,
That's a shocker,
I forgot about that. It's probably like the last colour you'd want on the shirt, because it's a really nice shirt with the black.
It reminds me of referees. I don't know why.
Yeah, no, it's.
Does that make any sense? The referees have that colour, don't they?
No, you're right. It's sort of like an awareness patch.
That's an awareness patch.
Yeah,
isn't it?
like that was it on the World Cup kits. They often have like a FIFA
kick it out patch.
Like a kick it out type patch. So. Yeah, not a good sleeve sponsor.
But this is it's also very, very fitted. Looks great.
Yes.
That's probably why it reminds me of Puma in general, because Puma's like the Cameroon kit years ago, where it was just you look great, you're a highly toned athlete. If you're not like most of us, you're gonna look a bit stupid. So probably stay away from the player shoe.
I was just saying, stay away from the player shoe. One of those brands alongside the likes of Kappa, you don't typically want to buy a player shoe shirts unless you are a toned athlete.
They've done a good job though, haven't they?
They have
a very good job.
And it's worth saying actually, as we round off as a kind of home and away, and third actually, they have put on the third kit, which we'll get around to.
We'll get onto that as well.
Really good collection. I would probably say maybe the best Puma sponsored team actually, because it's really impressive for a team like Palace to get. I say like Palace, they're in the Premier League, but they're not in Europe or anything, but they've been given a lot of attention, and it's really good.
Well, we actually gave the home kit an 85. That's one of the ones where we thought maybe we could kind of reconsider that a little bit, because that came right at the very start of this series when we were all excited and all giddy, and now we're tired and worn down by football shirts.
We're more cynical.
But having said that, at the pitch at the weekend, it looked really nice because it was obviously in a bright, open daylight scenario, whereas most kits are just kind of in dark, moody photo shoots trying to look good and cool for the kids. And I thought it looked quite good in it. The blue looked brighter and all that kind of stuff, and the red looked more rich.
Yeah, if I'd probably knock it down, but not kind of below the 80s. It would still be in the 80s for me.
81, 82 or something like that.
Exactly, yeah.
But this one.
Yeah, I think this one, we have to compare it score-wise to the home. But as we said, we would probably knock the home down a few points. And I like this more than the home. I do think it's a really good design, and it's impressive that despite the pattern being a template, it actually looks really good. It's sort of a bit like the Ajax away shirt, and that was a template, but which looked great. But this is better than that shirt, and it's better than the
It's also a more interesting template.
More interesting template, and a more interesting, I think, just kind of use of the design and the pattern. So yeah, it's really good, and it's going to be right up there in the 80s. Probably not in the high 80s. When you look at shirts at the Inter Milan away, you wouldn't put it as high as that.
I think it's an 85. I think
85. Yeah, it'd be between 84 and 85. I'll give it an 85. I'll put it alongside the Arsenal away. So really, really
that's a good score.
For Palace.
That's a fair score. It's a really interesting kit. I think the Palace fans will quite enjoy because it does feel unique, even though it's a template that I don't know any other kits that I've used personally.
Yeah, I think well, it's kind of lower league German teams and things like this. It's only been kind of
that's almost makes it cool.
And that's the thing. A very quick note on templates. I think what's really good is when brands they have a few templates and they use them sparingly. They don't use them in the same league. That's why we get so frustrated at like Adidas and some of the
they're the worst for it, aren't they?
Yeah, they use. I mean, in the Premier League, they've used their template for a few teams. So anyway, it's good to see brands doing it the right way.
Guys, let us know what you think of that score. Is that a deserving addition to our kit rankings list? Go and check out the home kit, which will be on screen immediately after we finish talking. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Let us know in the comments what you think of the shirt. I've been Stephen, this is Phil, and we'll see you very, very soon.